Saturday is April Fool's Day, and what better bunch of fools than Monty Python? Hey gang, I'm your host Brian Rollins, and this is episode 218 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. This week we've got Monty Python Trivia, questions about the troupe, their sketches and movies, and more. If you're new, welcome to the show. If you need rules or scorecards, visit the show's website, dorkygeekynerdy.com. That's enough silliness, so let's start the show. The Dorky Round. Number 1. Nobody expects what historic event? The Spanish Inquisition. Number 2. Which python passed away from cancer in 1989? Graham Chapman. Number 3. Michael Palin seeks out John Cleese to willingly have what type of conflict? An argument. Number 4. What movie told us he's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy? Life of Brian. Number 5. Who is the only member of the Pythons to appear in the Harry Potter films? John Cleese. He played Nearly Headless Nick. Number 6. The Pythons debuted with what TV show? Monty Python's Flying Circus. Number 7. The Pythons released what sketch-based movie in 1983? The Meaning of Life. Number 8. What sketch about canned meat gave us the nickname for junk email? Spam. Number 9. What was the first movie done by the Pythons? And now for something completely different. Number 10. What Python musical debuted on Broadway in 2005? Spam-A-Lot. The Geeky Round. Number 1. Cleese plays a bureaucrat inside a fictitious ambulatory branch of the British government in what sketch? Ministry of Silly Walks. Number 2. In what song does the singer go shopping on Sundays and have buttered scones for tea? The Lumberjack Song. Number 3. The subtitles to the opening of the Holy Grail warn about bites from what animal? Moose. Mind you, moose bites can be very dangerous. Number 4. Chapman and Cleese began working together at what university? Cambridge University. Number 5. Idle and Palin met and worked together at what university? Oxford. Number 6. Holy Grail was shot mostly in what country? Scotland. Number 7. Sir Bedivere believes the world to be shaped like what fruit? A banana. Number 8. Which sketch featured a Norwegian blue? Dead parrot. Number 9. Who animated the shorts for Monty Python's Flying Circus? Terry Gilliam. Number 10. Life of Brian concludes with what uplifting song? Always look on the bright side of life. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. In Holy Grail, the French lob livestock at Arthur and his knights. This mirrors the real-life siege of what city? Carcassonne. Number 2. Who is credited as the writer for Spamalot? Eric Idle. Number 3. Terry Jones and John Cleese appeared in what 1989 comedy, also directed by Terry Jones? Eric the Viking. Number 4. Of the 5 writers in the troupe, who is the only one to work solo? Eric Idle. Number 5. Who asked to play God in The Meaning of Life? Graham Chapman. Chapman was openly gay and frustrated that the Church of England refused to marry him and his partner, David Sherlock. Number 6. What gang would spray paint the graffiti, "Make tea, not love"? Hell's Grannies. Number 7. Who starred as King Arthur in the original run of Spamalot on Broadway and West End? Tim Curry. Number 8. Who runs the infamous cheese shop? Mr. Wensleydale. Number 9. John Cleese dropped the first F-bomb on the BBC during the live broadcast of what? Graham Chapman's funeral. Number 10. Of the Pythons, who was born last? Michael Palin. And that's it for Monty Python Trivia. Arguably some of the most quoted and quotable comedians around. Monty Python is an influential part of my childhood, adolescence, and my adulthood. What's your favorite Python moment? Share with the rest of us trivia nerds on Facebook and Twitter. I'll be back here next Wednesday with another trivia episode. Here's a clue for you. Who is the face of the best-selling video game franchise of all time? That's right, video game trivia. Kind of feels good to get back to these sorts of topics. See you again next week. This has been episode 218 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. The theme music was by Jason Shaw at audionautics.com. This podcast was written, produced, and hosted by me, Brian Rollins. Come find out what else I'm working on at thevoicesinmyhead.com. Thanks for listening, and always look on the bright side of life. Tis the season to be podcasting. Stay inside with a warm beverage and a hot microphone. If you're interested, Spotify can help you out. They've got a platform that lets you make one, distribute it, and earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So you've already got the equipment necessary to start recording today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are an excellent way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Best of all, it's completely free. I switched Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy over to Spotify for Podcasters, and I haven't regretted it. The analytics are fantastic, and the new tools for hosting and updating the feed are way more than I could do self-hosting. Now, it's your turn. Head to podcasters.spotify.com and read all about it. Then let me know what you're podcasting all about. When a U.S. expedition is attacked, 3 survivors, a professor, her student, and a soldier are saved by a mysterious vessel, the Nomtsev. The enigmatic Captain Nikto elects to keep the captives aboard, requiring each of their skills for his daring pursuits. But as evidence of a rogue submarine alerts the world's navies, the captives must work together to avoid annihilation. 20,000 Kilos Under the Sea is a fast-paced adventure thriller that's described as the classic Disney adventure meets The Hunt for Red October. 20,000 Kilos Under the Sea, a modern retelling of the Jules Verne classic, written by Richard Wycliffe and narrated by Brian Rollins. Available right now on Audible or iTunes. Discover adventure and madness beneath the waves.